and you get a vastly different reaction to it. Now my Facebook page, which folks have been to, it lays out very clearly what I believe the facts are in this matter, and lets people decide. And when you went to the Channel 6 Facebook page, reaction to the first broadcast, very angry responses, because they were all like, we can't afford to pay more taxes, no more, we're already taxed to the hilt. And so I guess, you know, I want to use this opportunity to share with you what I've learned and what it means, and my commitment that I want you guys to decide. I want this to go to a vote. I want this to be on the ballot in May, because I know that people have vastly different situations, and this will affect different people differently. So let me...
And I think that's been the goal all along, was that this would be your decision. Council can actually, let's clarify this point, council can actually raise the millage to a certain point without ever coming to voters. We can unilaterally make that decision. That has not been our goal, okay? That is not our purpose here. It is to say, what collectively, as we put our heads together, do we want to see happen? Here are the couple of scenarios, and here's what we're presenting to you. So please be clear on that. This is our way of sincerely saying, we've got to do this together, guys. This can't be something that's done in a vacuum that council puts on their shoulder, because we can't poll you well enough at a second Saturdays, or even as we're out with the neighborhoods. We can't get a good enough sense. A vote is the only thing that's going to be able to get us to a place that says, this actually says what the people of Lansing wanted.
Right. And I will say this, in recent months, since we started doing this, I've heard more and more people that are willing to consider, even before they knew that it would still be a savings. I've had people that are willing to consider raising the millage to help protect vital services. Now, to give you the history on this, I was the chair of intergovernmental last year, and we knew the budget was tough last year, and there was no way that I wanted to go into this coming year's budget cycle and deal with a 3-month window to handle this. Right. So I started last June. I had 3 interns working on a project where we did a comparative budget analysis of cities all across the state. Cities similar to our size, larger, smaller, looked at how they consolidate to save money, how they have regionalized to save money, what kind of grants have they accessed that maybe we haven't accessed, what type of programs they offer or don't offer. Do they privatize to save money? Do they bring everything in-house to save money? Just everything across the board. We looked at their tax structures, we looked at their school millages, we looked at the burden just of everything that they deal with, and tried to compare. And what I found, in a good way and in a bad way, that our city is actually far ahead of the game compared to many communities in the state, because we have regionalized services and we have consolidated services, and a lot of the things that we've already done, those communities are looking at doing in this coming budget cycle. The bad thing about that is that we have reduced our work week. We have reduced our workforce by like 20% since I started. We have regionalized, we have consolidated, we have done all these things, so we don't have much leeway to start this year. So we end up with the largest deficit that I've had to deal with since I've been on council, and the littlest wiggle room to play with. And so that's at the point, I think, when you have to say, without being able to structurally change our expenses, we have to come up with a way to deal with revenue if we're going to get through this cycle and not start cutting into essential services. And when I say essential services, you guys probably know that in the past,